Do you want to lose weight and actually keep it off this time instead of yo-yoing up and down over a number of years, which I used to do too? Would you like to be able to achieve this weight loss without suffering, without restricting, without constantly thinking about all the foods that you're not allowing yourself to eat? This is exactly the work I do with clients, and I'm going to share with you a few things that you can do right now to stop this cycle of yo-yo dieting, restricting, and then thinking, sod it, I'll just eat everything. My name's Georgina. I'm a health and nutrition coach. I've been working with clients since 2019, helping sustain weight loss, but more than that, having a healthy and balanced relationship with food and yourself. So you want to treat your body well, and you don't want to binge, you don't want to overeat, and you don't want to treat yourself with disrespect anymore. So the first thing to think about is how you are balancing your meals. And the great thing about this is that you don't have to immediately take things away from your diet. In fact, I'm going to suggest that you add some things to your diet. So many people that I work with, they're actually skipping breakfast. One of the best things we can do for ourselves is eat breakfast within the first 1 to 2 hours of waking up, and to eat a really good, balanced, savory breakfast. Especially if you're someone that craves sugar throughout the day, having a savory breakfast will help you. But making it delicious. So if you enjoy eggs, how do you like them? Adding the hot sauce, adding some avocado, making an omelette with your favorite veggies, add a little bit of cheese if you love cheese, pairing it with a good piece of whole wheat bread or sourdough, just one piece, but allowing yourself to still have some carbohydrate so you're not feeling restricted and deprived, and you're not dying for your lunch and feeling so hungry by that point. So eating something balanced in the morning. If you are someone that really likes to have a sweet breakfast, sweetening it with natural sweeteners, i.e. fruit, because fruit also has a lot of fiber. So you could make overnight oats with frozen fruits, bananas, and adding more protein to it. I don't want you to be obsessed with protein, but if in every meal you think of having a fist-sized portion of protein and a fist-sized portion of fiber, which is fruits and vegetables. So making overnight oats, making chia seed pudding, adding some flaxseed, some chia seeds, some chopped nuts, and lots of fruit to sweeten it naturally if you do really want a sweet breakfast. This will keep you sustained until lunchtime. Also thinking about your milky teas and coffees, because these will create a spike. They will create a spike in our blood sugar because they've got caffeine, and then there'll be a depletion, and because in the milk there are sugars. So if you're going to have caffeine, having it after you've eaten your breakfast. Drinking caffeine on an empty stomach is not great, especially for women with our hormones changing. So pairing coffee or tea after you've eaten your breakfast, not with it. Have a glass of water with it, save the coffee or the tea for right after. Think about the milk, how much milk you're adding, remembering that it does have sugar in it. It's okay, but remembering that that also can have an impact on the body. And often we will have another tea or coffee around mid-morning, around 11. If you are used to doing this, can you have it black without the milk? And if you want the milk, pairing it with a couple of almonds that don't have added sugar and salt with it to help your blood sugar balance a little bit instead of spiking up because you're just having caffeine and you're just having some sugar in the milk. If you add it with some almonds or some protein and vegetables, then it's just going to have a smaller spike. If you can wait for that extra caffeine until after your lunch, even better. The best way to help reduce these sugar spikes and crashes is to eat every 3 to 4 hours, but within that 3 to 4 hour window, we're not having anything other than water to give our body time to digest. But if you do need to have something, then thinking about pairing it with protein and fiber will help. Now, the reason blood sugar balancing works for people with sustainable weight loss, it also works for people that are pre-diabetic type 2 or even have type 2 diabetes already, and it helps make them a lot healthier and even be able to come off medication is because when our sugar levels spike, our insulin levels spike as well, and then our body takes more glucose from there and stores it into the body as fat, especially around our tummy as we get older, which we don't want. Having a big tummy as we get older is actually a sign of not being very healthy. So we want to try and minimize how much our blood sugar is spiking. Our blood sugar will spike anyway after we eat anything, so you don't need to worry about that. But we want to stop it from going really high and then really low. We want to just try and contain it in a more balanced way. So again, with lunch, thinking about having 2 portions of vegetables, 1 portion fist size of protein, 1 fist size portion of a complex carbohydrate like potatoes, rice, piece of bread, something like that. Then the same at dinner, having something exactly the same in a balanced way. You can also add a tablespoon of fat, so that's your condiment, your cheese, your oil, to each of these meals. Add seeds for extra fiber, add nuts for the crunch. Add things that are high in nutritional value, they're a whole food, and that you enjoy, because we still want to enjoy it. And that's the other thing I want to talk about. When we're dieting, we restrict and then we feel deprived and then we're not enjoying our food, and then we're more likely to get to the end of the day, our willpower's shot, we're too tired to have that prefrontal cortex on saying, you know, you don't want to eat this because you want to feel better and you want to feel confident, you want to feel good in your skin, blah, blah, blah. That's not online anymore. It's just, no, I'm tired. I want the comfort. It's been a stressful day. And that's where, if we've also been depriving ourselves and not enjoying and not feeling satisfied with our meals, we are going to go to that snack cupboard and eat the contents of what's in there because we want to feel satiated. We want the comfort. If you start balancing your meals, making sure you're getting enough of the right foods every mealtime, you will notice that you will stop having these cravings as much, and you won't need to do that as much, especially if you're balancing your blood sugar. So making sure you're feeling satisfied and enjoying your food every meal is something that a crash diet will not tell you to do, but it's super important to have this sustained weight loss and sustained health that we want. And a diet in itself is just the way we eat every day, and it ought to be a way that we enjoy and that we can sustain it. So if you've been feeling deprived and restricted and you've been saying, oh, I can't eat this, and then you can't even concentrate on your work because you're thinking about food all the time, there is a much easier way to do this, and this is what I do with my clients, and I would love to support you through the process as well. You can find a link to my inquiry form in the description notes, or you can look on my channel and find my website and get in touch. I would love to support you with all of your health and fitness goals. Thank you for watching. If this has been helpful, feel free to subscribe for more weekly videos that I share every week to support you with your health goals. Take care and talk to you soon.